All right. Father, guide my heart, my spirit, and my words. Help us not to be offended, but to be chastened, corrected, and help us to acknowledge the things that are really happening in the world and that we are in the last days. We love you, Father. Amen. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I've been trying to fix some things in my life and in my heart and stuff, and things are going on, because I'm just I'm not going to go there. Sorry, but I believe we are in the last days. And I've a good dude, man. He's such a good dude, and I know that probably some of us are trying to maybe subconsciously or consciously. Let me turn my dryer off. Bear with me a minute. Y'all don't come put anything in my appliances now. You know where my dryer is. All right, anyway. A good dude, he said it the other day. He said Christians turning on Christians, and that's absolutely. In my part of the world, there's good people and there's people that do want to be good people. But I understand, if our families are having trouble or businesses are failing or whatever, and the possibility that somebody's coming and saying, hey, you need to push this narrative, or this person isn't welcome here, or this or that. I understand human nature, and I understand for the sake of people that probably are looked down upon or this or that. I understand how humans operate. I'm human myself, I think. I don't think I have a split tongue, but I'll look here in a minute. No, I'm just playing. Sarcasm. But this is not aimed at anyone. I'm doing this for American males mostly, because daddies and fathers and uncles and brothers and sons are having a tough time right now. And I seen it something the other day that says that these guys just don't want to work. No, we do want to work. But I guess maybe we're just such horrible people, and the things that we done 20 years ago that we can't fix are just man, we just all need to get together and build a time machine so we can go back and correct those things. So come on, y'all. Y'all are not this stupid, are you? I believe some of you are, but some of you really do have a brain, don't it? Well, why don't we use it sometimes? And stop doing the devil's bidding in your pulpits and on the rest of your electronic spaces. Come on now. You're not this stupid. First John says that, marvel not, my brethren, if the world hate you. Let's look up the meaning of the word marvel. Marxism, the political, economic, and social principles and policies advocated by Karl Marx. Ain't God good? Marvel, one that causes wonder or astonishment, intense surprise or interest. If the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. But I say unto you which hear, love your enemies. Do good to them which hate you. And I was going to do, unless you come upon angels unaware, and I'll do that before I end it, so remind me. Where are we at? 1 Peter 4, I think we're on 12. Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you. Let's look up the word strange. That's a quark. Strange. Of external origin, kind, or character. New, unfamiliar. Distant, unaccustomed, inexperienced. Alright. That's strange. But rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye. It can't be any of us Christians, is it? Because we're just not good enough. For the Spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters. Wow. That's crazy. If I was to ask, if anybody really, if I was to ask you to send me all of your data, everything that you and possibly your whole house was watching, or views of you in your house while you're living your daily life, how many sins could I be able to find? How many good things will I be able to find? Are we? And like I said, artificial intelligence is everywhere, and there's somebody out there that has an amazing AI, and I hope it's, I guess, the good guys, but yeah, it's coming down, y'all, and Satan, he's weaponizing our egos. He's weaponizing the splitting of our families, and just like the separation of the sheep and goats, it's happening. And I mean, there's good people that I don't have any bone to pick with them, but they're like, it's just like they're almost like breaking down sometimes, and like, I guess maybe, I don't know, certain conversations or something, but I really don't know. And I had a really very humbling conversation about the rapture the other day, and I was like, I haven't really looked it up too much, because it's not really something that I mean, it's important because everything in the Bible is important to us. It should be. But to me personally, I can do better when the real mud starts flying. So I mean, and you don't have to worship the rapture to be raptured. You worship Christ. So if there's a rapture, we will be raptured. But it's just nothing that, it's not on my priority list. Trying to go through the tests and the trials and trying to get better and solve this and figure this out. That's what should be important to all of us, and trying to help other people to improve the census of the kingdom. That's where I'm at, But so many of us are finding one or two things and just driving it home. And I gotta say, I appreciate some of it, but some of y'all are like a mosquito in your ear. Some of y'all need to chill, for real. And I took a break from all this digital stuff, but that's why I'm saying, American fathers and American daddies and husbands, it's happening. And I'm telling you, just because the bombs ain't flying over here don't mean we aren't in a spiritual war. We are in a spiritual nuclear war, and it's happening every day. And I almost am, just like you can throw something out there about somebody. I don't want to do this in a harsh way, but isn't it also a feasible statement for me to say, if you hadn't been touched yet, I'm kind of suspicious. I would be. But or maybe it hadn't maybe some of this stuff is just more regional. But it's crazy. It's crazy, the things that are happening, y'all. It's insane. And what's more insane is the people that want to, maybe they've got economic or monetary interest in some of this stuff. I don't know. But it's crazy. People, let's use our brains. Let's use our brains. Let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Sometimes being separated and by yourself ain't a bad thing. Where are we at? Matthew 4. Jesus was tempted. I was talking to my friend this weekend, and he's my friend. And I was telling him, I can't remember if I was talking about Jesus. Maybe I've been talking about Samson and Delilah. But we was talking, I was saying something about when Jesus was brought up into the mountain. And this is verse 1 of Matthew 4. Jesus was led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he is afterward hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple. He saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands shall they bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Jesus said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, All these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Do you think if we are in the last hours and the last days, you don't think that there's going to be some gifts wanting to be given to worship Satan? You don't think that you're going to be offered things? Maybe, maybe not. Then saith Jesus unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. I don't have $1. I'd show it to you and ask y'all, are y'all worshiping this? Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. So the devil leaved him. God allowed his son to be tempted, and just like some of us are, this was whenever I was putting this together. This is good to follow this up with. Deurterononm 8 verse 2, And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. And he humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doth man live. That's a good one. That was it, Deurterononm 8. I'll try to remember that. We're on, I think, in James 1, 2. My brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. That's with an E, I think, in this here, but we'll see if it's different. I always wondered about that. Diverse. Various. It's an adjective. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. If any of you lack wisdom, there's a lot of y'all, myself included, I lack a lot of wisdom. Let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth it not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth, let's look up wavereth. We're jotting tiddling it today. Wavereth. Wavelength. Wavereth. It's not in here. This ain't a very big dictionary. Alright. We'll look waver. To fluctuate in opinion, allegiance, or direction. Close enough. Nothing wavering, for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let the brother of low degree rejoice in that he is exalted. So there's a brother of low degree, but the rich in that he is made low, because as the flower of the grass he shall pass away. For the sun is no sooner risen with a burning heat, but it withereth the grass, and the flower thereof falleth, and the grace of the fashion of it perisheth. So shall also the rich man fade away in his ways. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. But every man is tempted. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil. Neither tempteth he any man, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lusts and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brethren. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Of his own will he beget. Of his own will begat he. Of his own will begat he us with the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. I had to wait for a minute because I said, man, my heart ain't right while I'm doing this, because I ain't done anything in a long time. But like I said, man, Satan, he's thrilled to cut us a million times before we go on our way to heaven. And like I said, I don't know if this world's going to be here 5 minutes from now or 5 more years or whatever. But like I look at it as probably 27, 28, before 2030, I think, or something major. But I just saying, we need to have some discernment, because I don't know what's happening 4,000 miles from here. And hopefully, unless you've got some sort of deal going on, neither do you. But this internet's turning into a very strange place, because you can't believe hardly anything you see or hear anymore. And if you do, you're like, that's got to be absolutely insane if that's real. So that's all I'm saying. But this is all Bible. I didn't want to put no news or nothing on here, because I'm just kind of tired of it. You know, I've got these booklets here. These are great booklets. They're on the internet, and they're like little lessons. These here was free, and they're really good. I like them because I have I can't remember everything in the Bible. Like I can find it, but I can't spit it out perfect. You know. But where were we in John 16? I can't remember. Jesus answered them, this is verse 31 of John 16, Do ye now believe? Behold, the hour cometh, yea, is now come, that ye shall be scattered, but every man to his own, and shall leave me alone, and yet I am not alone, because the Father is with me. This is Jesus saying, These things have I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So testing's good. Lies and even chastening for the things that we're trying to get rid of, and trying to improve on and trying to let every man examine himself are good things. So even if you are being an ignorant person and throwing something out there, I know I do. I say, well, let me look things over again. So yeah, it is good. I can't remember where I'm at Hebrews 12. I think it's 11. Oh yeah, it is 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Wherefore lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Alright, I'm just going to skip that because I don't know what's going on. Let's just do 12. Those by the wayside are they that hear. Then cometh the devil, and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. They are on the rock, are they which, when they hear, receive the word with joy. And these have no root, which for a while believe, and in time of temptation fall away. And that which fell among thorns are they which, when they have heard, go forth and are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection. I think I already done that one. I did. Well, I want to end with Matthew 18 and Matthew 5. If y'all don't mind. We'll go to this one. It's Matthew 18. This is Matthew 18 and Matthew 5 is one of my, as I have a heart for innocent, honest little kids. I'd have 100 kids if I could, but I guess that's probably not practical. But Jesus called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And who shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come. But woe to that man by whom offense come. Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off. Not literal. You know what he's mean. He's mean spiritually. And cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life halt or maimed, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet, to be cast in the everlasting fire. And if thine eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. And this is something that just came upon me. I honestly believe that they are wanting to use Old Testament law, just like in, I believe it's Daniel 6, where King Darius accused Daniel. They said, we can't get him on our laws. He ain't breaking none of our laws. We'll use the law of his God. And just I don't know where this stuff comes from, y'all. Just ignore me, I guess. But what I'm saying is, I saw a show a while back where they actually cut a girl's eye out, and I'm like, and they were like, they said, well, they never used the word Jesus in the thing. They actually used a cross with, that's not a Christian cross, or it's something else. Like I said, I'm not going to call anybody out. I don't want to do that. I'm trying trying to help folks and trying to give them the King James version of the Bible, and they cut her eye out. Is that where it's going? Is that where we're headed? Maybe. Hey, you stole something from a store when you was 5 years old. We need to cut your left finger off or something. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. How think ye, if a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray, doth he not leave the 99 and goeth into the mountains and seek that which is gone astray? And if so be that he find it, verily I say unto you, he rejoiceth more of that sheep than of the 99 which went not astray. Amen. Even so, it is not the will of your Father which is in heaven that one of these little ones should perish. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If she shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen and a publican. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Again I say unto you, that if 2 of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Jesus say unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. 490 times. Therefore is the kingdom of... Boy, y'all don't like that, do you? Y'all don't like that. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven... This is Jesus speaking. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, which owed him 10,000 talents. Before as much as he had not to pay, his Lord commanded him to be sold, and his wife and children, and all that he had, in payment to be made. The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the Lord of that servant was moved with compassion, and loosed him, and forgave him the debt. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence, and he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, Pay me that thou owest. His fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him. I wonder if anybody said that person, that guy don't want to work, does he? He don't want to work. He's lazy. He owes all this money and he's lazy. Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison, till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their Lord all that was done. And his Lord, after they had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou desirest me. Shouldest not thou also have compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? And his Lord was wroth, and delivered him to the tormentors, till he should pay all that was due unto him. So likewise shall my heavenly Father do also unto you, if ye from your hearts forgive not every one his brother their trespasses. They don't like that. I'm telling you, these Old Testament people, they do not like that. They hate it. Because if you keep, and Satan doesn't either, because Satan keeps rubbing all this stuff in your face, stuff that he knows you can't do nothing, God knows you can't do nothing about. But like I said, it's good. It really is. It's good. Because some of the physical stuff is simple. It's easy. This constant, it's God chastening us and reminding us of how to be better people. It really is. I'm not excusing sin. I'm really not. Let's go to Matthew 5. This is the one I wanted to hit on. Like I said, I don't hate anybody. They say that, and that's absolute bull crap. there's nothing wrong with giving God's word and saying, because American fathers and sons and daughters and even our little kids are being weaponized against American males and women and women. Satan don't care. He just wants you to drag you into eternal fire and darkness and loathing and despair, and he don't care. As long as he can pull you away from our Savior, he don't care. Blessed are the poor in spirits, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek. Let's look up meek. I thought they should be in here. If Satan can't get to you, he'll nail everything around you. Enduring injury with patience and without resentment. Deficient in spirit and courage. Moderate. Alright, there we go. For they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice, and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost his savour, wherefore shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out, and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle, and put it under a bushel, but on... Where's that come from? Well, yes, so let's learn how to do that. And giveth light unto all that are in... Wait. It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men. I need to get worked up. I read better. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Think not that I'm come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, the ones that put Jesus to death, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. And I like to put this, I want to end with this. This is something that I thought was pretty good. Who do you think God, when the judgment came? Well, we know who, but let me think this. I'm much stupid. Do you think that the thief on the cross is in a better situation than all the Pharisees that put Jesus to death? Because Jesus said about the Pharisees, you follow the law. Let's look it up. I don't know where it is. I wish I did. Here. It's in Matthew. '23 maybe. I hope this is right. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye shut up the kingdom of heaven against men. For ye neither go in yourselves, neither suffer ye them that are entering to go in. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye devour widows' houses, and for a pretense make long prayer. Therefore ye shall receive the greater damnation. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye compass sea and land, and make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Woe unto you, ye blind guides, which say, Whosoever shall swear by the temple, it is nothing. But whosoever shall swear by the gold of the temple, he is a debtor. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctify the gold? And whosoever shall swear by the altar, it is nothing. But whosoever sweareth by the gift that is upon it, he is guilty. Ye fools and blind, for whether is greater the gift of the altar that sanctifieth the gift? Whoso therefore shall swear by the altar sweareth by it, and by all things thereon. And whoso shall swear by the temple sweareth by it, and by him that dwelleth therein. And he that shall swear by heaven sweareth by the throne of God, and by him that sweareth thereon. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye pay tithe of mint and anise and cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone. Ye blind guides, which strain at a gnat, swallow a camel. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye make clean the outside of the cup and of the platter, but within they are full of extortion and excess. What's that speak to you? Would you, if I hand you a coffee cup and said, here, I'll grab the pot of coffee, and you got it in your hand, and you say, man, the outside's clean. They done a good job on this. And you look in it, and it's got old stew parts and noodles that you didn't wash it out, and you didn't scrub it, and it's got old caked up stuff. Would you drink out of that coffee cup? I wouldn't. I know that's a stupid example. I apologize, but it's just what I could come up with at the time. Extortion. 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 It has extort. To obtain by force or improper pressure. None of that going on. Thou blind Pharisees, cleanse first that which is within the cup, the heart, and platter, that the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees. What did that say? Clean the inside of the cup first? That the outside of them may be clean also. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. Satan really don't. He don't want you. He don't want it. And a lot of these businessmen that are probably pretty, I hope that maybe they may be good, but they don't want it either, because if they can bring this allegation or this, and allegations are huge these days, because all you got to do is say it, maybe, and even they use this little language that excuses them from it. They always leave themselves a way out. Always. They'll say, well, we told them, but you really didn't tell them. So you can really kind of admit it, but you can deny it also. So Satan is an expert liar. He is an expert. He has perfected the art of lying. And those that follow him and want to group up and say they've perfected it too, and they've learned it from Satan. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward. And you know, Lucifer was a beautiful angel. He comes as an angel of light, but are within full of dead men's bones, and of all uncleanness. Even so ye also outwardly appear righteous unto men, but within ye are full of hypocrisy and inequity. Private equity? No, inequity. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because ye build the tombs of the prophets, and garnish the sepulchres of the righteous, and say, If we had been in the days of our fathers, we have not been partakers with them in the blood of the prophets. Wherefore ye be witnesses unto yourselves, that ye are the children of them which killed the prophets. Fill ye up then the measure of your fathers, ye serpents, ye generation of vipers. How can ye escape the damnation of hell? Wherefore, behold, I send unto you prophets and wise men and scribes, and some of them ye shall kill. Ye shall kill or killed. Ye shall kill and crucify, and some of them shall ye scourge in your synagogues. Why would he say synagogues? And persecute them from city to city, that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Verily I say unto you, all these things shall come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate. For I say unto you, ye shall not see me henceforth, till shall ye say, Blessed is he that cometh in the name of the Lord. I'm done. Y'all have a good Tuesday, April 8th. Oh, and say a prayer for all the, in 95, they bombed the Oklahoma City building. It was on the 19th. Y'all say a prayer for them, would you? Yeah, I might do something before then or during that time. But y'all, because they're having a deal in Oklahoma City, and that's something that's really amazing if y'all can ever get up there. But Oklahoma City bombing, April 19th. Y'all have a good one.